Good afternoon. My name is Scarlett, the Chief Strategic Who am I? The Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com. Anyway, it's been a long day. It's Wednesday, and we did open up lower, and then there was just a lot of back and forth all day. Very choppy. You couldn't press shorts. You couldn't, add to some longs. There were definitely some things that outperformed, but all in all, not a whole heck of a lot to do. I did come in pretty much net short, and I said I want to buy a few things that I thought might be good to make some money in the hole, and then maybe hold some things. And I do have a few longs, not a whole lot, but more than I had yesterday, so I'll get into it. First things first, you go to the here, ISP cash. Yesterday, 29.10. Okay, that was the high, little red dog reversal. Today we made a low here about 28.74. So we actually went 4 handles below yesterday's low. Not a whole heck of a lot. So is there more room? Yes, to go down tomorrow. I would assume so. Do we have to? No. Is this major support? Yes. It's going to move up as we go, but this is 28.52. So don't get bored and just buy stuff because you want to buy it, and don't just short things because you think we came a long way, because it's still hanging around here. The Qs. 184.85 was your price for the red dog reversal. That was the high. Got below this, was a little weaker. I guess if you were to take a look here now, still well below this little area here. At this point, this really doesn't mean much because it's already below it. Now this means more tomorrow. 182. What happens here? Does it hold 182, or does it make another move below it? We shall see. A lot of names were very wishy-washy today. No real reason to rush and buy, considering, again, look where we came from. Market was all the way down here, and so this is just 1, 2, still above all the moving averages, so it might want to be a controlled move into here before doing anything special. IWMs were green today. What does that mean? Not a whole heck of a lot, except for if you were pressing because you thought yesterday was relatively weak. I tried to warn you guys that IWMs just doesn't really have much continuity, and here they are. So it held here. Maybe it goes inside. If the market really wants to get stronger, maybe it goes above this, but as of now, not a whole lot to get from this. The banks were very weak. JP Morgan did a little bit of a 2 topping tails, came in, pretty much matched this prior low. I would not be long this. I guess maybe you could be a little short it, considering that it went back below the moving averages, and all I know is that we told you to sell some strength, and maybe you made some money short, and now I don't think there's a whole hell of a lot to do. This is 108, what is this? 108.89. This is 108.64. So I would say, in order to become a real big headwind, this is going to have to break 108.60 and really break it and get below it with authority. If that's the case, then this pivot's breaking and SPYs will probably be under pressure. As far as high beta tech, in the morning, you had a few things go from red to green, which is what I like to do in the first half hour. Look for divergences, buy things to go green, and then get out of the way to make sure that they're really that strong to hold up. And not a lot of these things actually did that. Just rolling through some of them. Apple, can't get a whole hell of a lot out of this except for supports down here. It's come a long way. Didn't really break down today. Did a lull anyone to sleep? Maybe. What's today's low? This is what is this, 193.39, so that's your new pivot. And in order to get to 190, it's going to have to get below 193.39. Not saying it's going to, but I like to be precise. Will look to be like a bull flag. Looks, could also be stalling, and rolling over. We'll see. Amazon put the low in the first 5 minutes and then did a whole lot of nothing. Still above here. Here's your red dog reversal. It's still a long way. I don't see a whole heck of a lot to do except for it stayed below 1858. This isn't as meaningful now. What's this low here? This low is 1844. We'll see how this handles this tomorrow. It's, not really in play or a focus, except for this is the low. What was today's high? 1865. So I might as well put that in there too. Because you have a bit of a doji, a green doji. What did I just say, 1865? Not sure if that's exact. So, here's 1884. What is this? 1865, yes. So, see how this gets treated. Very tight range today. Google, thank goodness I told you guys to sell yesterday or the day before like I did. Whole lot of nothing. You know, this was back here when I took out this prior pivot. This was your gap fill with your reversal. Now, I guess, if this is going to be any good, you know, you could draw your line this way now. It's got to hold, you know, 1069, you know, so 1069 is now your new point of reference. If it's going to build it all and be in the game for an active sequence higher, you would think it holds this 1069. This is gone now. But this was a nice trade last week, but that trade is different. That trade rolled into this trade. This trade now rolled into that trade. Now it's going to have to get above this, which is 1082, to work its way back up to there. So until that happens, we'll see. Facebook came out with news. You know, Zuckerberg supposedly knew about the privacy, this, that. Actually made some money shorted. It broke below this spot here. And now whatever this low is, 172.88. So that is your point of reference. We'll see how it handles that tomorrow to base some trades around, whether it opens down or opens up. All in all, definitely, to me, would say don't be long this. Give it some space just to see how it works out. But it did break below this low today to get you out of the way. And it happened actually right after I posted the chart. And now this is gone. So it's still in this descending channel here. Maybe tightens up here and then goes or not. Twitter, I am long. Yes, the Red Dog is long Twitter, not because it's so special, but I bought a little bit versatile level, like I said. So with a little bit of time, maybe it builds in a range here before getting better, but the market's going to get better for that. In new issue land, I was walking and I'm like, I hope BYND is down 7 so I could buy it at the post earnings pivot, and it was up 7 and wound up being up 15, and now, you know, it was strong today. Would I be short it? No. Would I be long it? No. But if intraday were to get above this spot tomorrow, maybe I would be long it. That's 150.45. So might as well write that in, 150.45. If the bears were in full control, they probably would not have let this thing reclaim most of yesterday. So it's still kind of in the game to maybe not be done yet. We'll see. ZM also, you know, psychologically, I guess, is trading with this, whereas it was lower because it was lower. Now it's still hanging in there as a special name. There's your pivot up there, 105.99. In order to get to 110, 120, 130, it's got to get above this. We'll see how it does. What's this high here? This is 104.19. So might as well put that in there. I am not long this one or the other one. But if it trades through, it'd be a nice trade. So this is here. What I am long is, I'm long PD, P. Diddy. I'm kidding. Why am I long this? It's, you know, still kind of ugly, but pretty big day today. Took out this area, held in here. I haven't, you know, these are all old lines because I haven't traded this in so long, but got pretty tight. Figured, hey, look at this strong day. This is your next level. Earnings are behind it. Maybe it works its way back up to this high here. So they want to keep the gravy train going on new issues. They need some strong ones, and this one technically had earnings come out, and it looks pretty good. I made good money here, so now maybe it'll work its way back up. So I would say out of all the new issues, the strongest one is ZM with BYND, and now PD. We'll see how that goes. You know, kind of continue to go. We'll see. As far as some of the, you know, software names, what did Coop do today? Talked about maybe buying some, you know, a little bit of a green day, see what's next after a topping tail and then breaking lower. Talked about buying TWLO in the hole. This also held in there pretty well. Now we'll see what happens here the next session or so. Does it go back to highs? You know, day counts matter. Topping tail broke below this. Cover and look at it now. We'll see what happens here next. You can almost get rid of this, as this is your new little bull flag with that as your support. What else? What else? What did TTD do? Did it come off the lows? Oh, look at that. I drew this line this morning over 232. If you didn't get caught, there was a lot of money to be made off those lows. Team, I haven't looked at that in a while. What are you doing? Topping tail, broke below that day's low. Holding here, not that strong, so still in a kind of in a void. Uber, Peter, my friend, got me to buy it today. We'll see what happens here from I was loving it up here. Down here I don't love it, but we'll see if there's a trade into support. In order for it to get back to 44, it's got to get above and stay above 42.65 first, but that's a big if. I think it was upgraded after the close by ISI. We'll see if that's the case and if it helps at all. I don't know. We shall see. Oops. That's right here. Well, no, they'll pull back different trade, then a FOMO trade, a pullback trade to see if it stays relevant. And that is that. Listen, what time is it? It's 4:22. Thursday is another day. Sold some strength on Friday and Monday. Lost a little money Friday short. Made some money back Tuesday. Today did okay navigating things. Now I think I'm a little bit more to neutral. I'm still not sure if we need, a little bit more of a pullback, but I'm not fading and shorting like I was on Friday, Monday, Tuesday. I feel like I'm went from off balance to on balance, but now you have to figure out, can these things hold and sustain themselves for higher prices, and next time we go up I'll be long versus fighting it, considering we just kind of worked off what has been a big week's move last week into the last few sessions. But again, we still need to prove that upper commitments here before a move above prior highs, or was that just a short covering sentiment move that is going to work its way back down based on macro news about China and Mexico and rate cuts, because at this point Mexico looks like it's done, China still doesn't know, and rate cuts, we still have some signs of decent economic gains where how could you cut 3%, 3 times if that's the case. But at this point we'll just take it day by day and just try and net money and end the second quarter the right way. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a good night.